What's up, guys? This is Rattler here from Brothers Games, and today I'm talking about the top 10 characters I would like to see in Zombie Games. Now, before we begin, I have two honorable mentions. The first one is John Marston from Red Dead Redemption, but he already has his zombie game, Undead Nightmare. It was first a DLC, then I think it turned into a full-blown game. Doesn't really matter. Anyway, he has his own zombie story, so really making another one for him would be pretty stupid. The second one is Faith from Mirror's Edge, simply because the concept of parkour in zombies is so cool, but you have Dying Light that's coming out, so really there's no point of that. Alright, let's get to our list. At number 10, we have Duke Nukem. Alright, so Duke Nukem really is a badass character. In every single game he was a really badass character. Even in Duke Nukem Forever, I mean, it wasn't a great game, it wasn't a good game, but the fact that he's a badass didn't really change. He still had all these catchphrases, not all of them, some were missing, but he really contributed to being a badass, and I would love to see him bone some zombies instead of, aliens. I mean, yes, he's pretty good at killing aliens, but killing zombies would really be a new look for Duke Nukem and give him more of a badass look. Alright, so at number 9 we got Master Chief. Alright, so he is the protagonist of Halo, and he really is a badass. If you check every single list on either right, you will find Master Chief as one of the top 10, top 25, top 50 badasses ever in video games. So yes, he is a badass, and I would love to see him in a zombie game.
Same place we are.
So at our number 8 spot, we got Solid Snake, the character from Metal Gear Solid. Obviously, you all know that. I'm personally not a fan of Metal Gear Solid. I'm not saying it's a bad game franchise. It's a great game franchise, very good, very well made, but I'm just not a fan of it. It's not my style. It's not my type of game. But yes, Solid Snake really is a badass, and I would like to see how he would cope in a zombie apocalypse. So at our number 7 spot, really, probably the biggest badass in video games is Kratos. Kratos from God of War is absolutely, unmistakably badass, and really, I would love to see him chop, smash, rip, basically anything, do anything to zombies, because everything he does in the God of War series is just, I think I said badass 10 times in this video, but yeah, he's badass.
It might have been stupid.
Alright, so at the number 6 spot, we got Max Payne. In the first 2 games, he's great. In the third game, he's badass, but he has some issues. Now, him having those issues, that's amazing. The fact that he goes to war with everybody who stands in his way, and the fact that every time a villain thinks that he's better than him, that he thinks that he'll defeat him, Max Payne comes out on top and he fucks you in the ass, even if it means his own death. So, Max Payne is on the number 6 spot, and I would love to see him in a zombie game.
Yes, he's here, in jail.
So at a number 5 spot, this is a character all of you have probably forgotten by now. It's Ray McCall. Alright, so this character from Call of Juarez and Call of Juarez Bound in Blood is really the ultimate Wild Western badass. When somebody talks about Wild Western games, nobody thinks of Call of Juarez first. Everybody thinks of Red Dead Redemption and John Marston, but this guy, I don't know, I just like him a lot better than I like John Marston, and the fact that he quotes the Bible while he's killing enemies, I would just love to see him quote the Bible while he's killing zombies in many different ways. Although he doesn't have a lot of different ways, mostly gunning down them and maybe mailing a few. But yes, I would love to see and definitely hear him in a zombie apocalypse game. At our number 4 spot, it's Lara Croft. Alright, let's face it. Rarely do you put Lara Croft in your list if the reason is not boobs. So yeah, part of the reason is boobs. But she also is pretty cool, has a personality to her. Most of the characters on this list that came before her, they just don't have that personalities, especially in the newest Tomb Raider. She really is a great character, and the character of Lara Croft is done perfectly. I would just love to see her in a zombie apocalypse because I know that would be very, very cool. And boom. Alright, at the number 3 spot we got Nathan Drake. So this guy, he does fight some kind of zombified Spaniards, and Spaniards, or doesn't really matter. In I don't know what Uncharted game, didn't play a lot of them. He does fight some zombified guys, but that's really not a zombie game because it's an Uncharted game. What I would like to see, I would like to see him in a zombie game. That would just be amazing, seeing Nathan Drake in a zombie game, because, as I said for Lara Croft, he's also one of the characters that has a great personality, and you really, as a gamer, you really bond with him during the game, and also he has a good sense of humor, but he is also a badass. So, I would love to see him in a game with the living dead trying to eat his brains.
They're looking for...
What's better than a badass? Anybody? Somebody? A crazy badass. That is Trevor Phillips from GTA 5. This guy is absolutely nuts. He is insane. He's definitely insane, and him being insane would just be even better when it came to a zombie apocalypse. Because, you know, him throwing his homemade Molotov cocktails at zombies and shooting them and burning them and making them explode would just be amazing. Definitely amazing. And I would love to play as this guy and see this guy in a zombie outbreak. Alright, coming in at number 1. As I said, what's better than a badass? A crazy badass. But Voss Montenegro really puts a different dose of badass than a different dose of crazy and a different dose of badass when it comes to that. Than Trevor Phillips or any other crazy character, because this guy is really fucking insane, but he is also very smart. And I would love to see him. I would not love to see him in a zombie apocalypse. I would like to see him in a zombie apocalypse game, but meeting this guy in a zombie apocalypse would probably mean that zombies would probably not be your biggest problem. Your biggest problem would be him. Yeah. So yeah, Voss Montenegro is cool. He's a badass, and he's crazy. And he would be great as a protagonist and as an antagonist in a zombie game. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you disagree with me or agree, put it in the comment section below. If you think that a character should be higher on the list or isn't on the list and should be, also put it in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.